What is going on, people? Mike back here from Mike's Movie Corner and more. Today, I am going to be discussing. I am going to be doing another movie review. I am going to be discussing probably one of the most weirdest movies I've ever seen before in my life. Of all the weird movies that I've seen, this one takes the cake. And this movie is called Deathbed, the bed that eats. Nom, 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 nom. First off, what the fuck kind of title is this shit? Deathbed, the bed that eats? You gotta be kidding me. Now, this movie came out in 1977, and apparently it does not have a rating. It's not even rated. So, from what I understand, it's that it's a folklore, and from what I understand, it's that it's about a bed that is possessed by a demon spirit. It pretty much eats up its victims. So, in hindsight, it's like if you start laying in a bed, and now mind you, this bed looks like if it's like a cheap water bed. First off, because that's what it looks like. It looks like a water bed. So if you lay on it, then it's going to eat you. Well, first off, it's gonna like try to suffocate you, and then if you don't get out on time, it will eat you. It will start eating you up one by one, limb for limb. Now, when I saw this movie, honestly, I'm thinking, alright, how bad could it be? And this movie is so bad. It's just weird. This is one weird movie that I'm thinking not a lot of people has even heard of. I don't even think it has a cult following. I don't think so. Now, I will say this. If you could find this at your local store, congratulations. I If you want to see it for yourself, I say watch the trailer first and then rent it to see it for yourself. Now, this movie has been on bootleg, from my understanding, for the longest time until 2003, where it finally had an official DVD release. Finally, in 2003. Now, I'm kind of surprised that Vinegar Syndrome, and this is when it comes to obscurity, this is what Vinegar Syndrome need to get on. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, um, Kino Lorber wouldn't pick it up, so I would say, hell, maybe Synapsis, maybe, I don't even know, or Blue Underground, possibility. But I mean, I feel like if we're gonna get a 4K, I will bank on it will come out next year. But if not, well, I wouldn't even bank on it. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. It, and honestly, it's just one of those things where it's like you have to see to believe it. You know what I'm saying? This, I guess, the only thing I could see taking influence from this movie is a Nightmare on Elm Street, where the scene where Johnny Depp gets eaten by the bed. I could see where they got that influence from. I could see that. Now, um, the film takes place on an island in Detroit, Michigan, believe it or not. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me this movie was taken in Detroit? Was filmed in Detroit, in the Motor City? You gotta be shitting me right now. Now, as far as the production goes, now the movie began filming in 1972. Um, an answer print was pretty much struck in 1977, but pretty much the film was not released really up until 2003, where it finally got a physical media release. So there's that. Which, I mean, this sounds like one of those midnight, features. You know what I mean? And can you even call it a creature feature? Not really. I mean, could a bear be a creature? I mean, I don't know. But I don't know, because it's almost because at first I thought, well, how bad could it be? You know, would it give me nightmares? No, but this is one of the most. This is literally one of the most laughable movies I have probably ever seen. And probably every scene, it's like, what the fuck am I even watching? What the fuck am I even watching? Now, I want to shout out to my friend Nick, who actually he go on his channel. Um, I would post it. I would post it on my page. But he did a review of this, and we even sat down and watched this together, and we both looking at each other going, what the hell is going on here? So let me get this straight. So no plot, just pretty much a bed that eats people, and the visual effects looks cheap because I mean when this bed starts eating people, it looks like as if you see some suds like coming out of the bed. Like it was almost like Dawn Detergent sponsored this movie, or even Joy. Like it looks like Joy detergent. You know what I'm saying? It comes out yellow, and you can see like when the camera shows the inside of the bed, like you see like liquidy substance, and it's like you see a shoe. Pretty much you see somebody's wig, hair, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You see just about anything. Now, it's can you really call this a creature feature? I mean, if you want to call it that, the bed is a creature. Sure, bed has teeth. And this is the funniest thing. It don't even show the fact that it has teeth. So everybody's getting swallowed dead in this movie. So they went from pretty much bare boned. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like as if I'm watching a movie that's unfinished. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to the casting. Now, the only cast member that stood out, and I cannot believe he was in this movie. And you guys start somewhere. The actor's name who I'm talking about is William Russ, who played Sharon's brother in the movie. Now, William Russ, for those of you who don't know who he is, or in case you guys know who he is, he guest starred on Miami Vice. He went on to actually played Alan Matthews. He played the dad in Boy Meets World, notably. And he doesn't have any scenes, honestly, and I mean, everybody gotta start somewhere. Now, I'm gonna tell you a scene that stood out the most. So, this character Diane, which is played by Demene Hall. If I'm pronouncing it right, if I'm butchering it, I apologize. So she's laying down and she's like asleep. I think she's having these dreams. And next thing you know, she's getting swallowed by this bed. But guess what though? She actually makes it out of the bed. Now keep in mind, she's already been eating this bed already was chomping at the bed. Pretty much got her leg, and her leg started bleeding. And it's this 3-minute take where she tries to escape from the house. And mind you, this all takes place in a mansion, some sort of abandoned mansion, so to speak, if you will. So she tries to escape, and she's dragging on the floor, blood everywhere, and both her legs are pretty much bleeding. And just as you thought that she was going to escape, nope. The uh, what the bed sheet, or the pretty much the sheet that goes on top, not on top of the mattress, not just like a bed sheet, but it's one of those, the sheets that goes over the headboard. Nope. The sheet that goes over the headboard grabs her, and then she gets dragged right back into the Dawn dish soap of a bed, and she gets swallowed. That was the one that stood out the most. And how I remember that is because I'm saying to myself, what the hell did I just witness? In fact, what movie am I even watching? Now, this movie got 4.3 out of 10 on IMDb, and I see why. This is an abomination. This is a movie that did not make a lot of sense. This is a movie that had little to no plot. So, it's a bed that eats people. Okay. And then you have this guy. Who, I guess, lives at the mansion, and he's like in the background seeing all this stuff that's happening. It's almost like as if this is all a dream. No pun intended. But still, like, what up with this? As far as the budget goes, this looks like a low budget movie. This movie is just too cheesy. It's just too out there. It's like, I feel like it's if I wanted to watch someone get sucked in the bed, I'd rather watch A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, the budget is $30,000, which, oh, come on. That's a little far-fetched. Because this budget looks like it's $10,000. I mean, come on. You guys got, you got soap suds as the, like, what is the soap suds going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to make sure they make sure they fresh, fully clean, right? It's almost like as if it's almost like if these bodies that's getting sucked from this bed, eaten from this bed, they turn into wash. They turn into like as if a washing machine, a freaking possessed washing machine could have been a little bit more suitable. That would make sense. But a bed with suds. It looks like it's if I'm watching a Dawn dish soap. Are they getting from a commercial from 1977? Like, are you kidding me right now? I mean, this movie is just too amateurish. The acting was horrible. It didn't do any justice. I give this movie 2 thumbs down for its lack of creativity. In fact, I hope this movie does get a 4K to see how bad this movie is. I'd rather kiss a fucking toilet seat than to watch this movie. In fact, I'd rather eat 10 White Castles and spend the night in the bathroom with a blanket and pillow on deck just in case I'd be shitting out my asshole. That's how bad this movie is. So I give it 2 thumbs way down for this abomination. Weird. I've seen weirder movies. This is the most weirdest movie of them all. Deathbed. The Bed That Eats. If you could find it at your local library, yikes. Be warned. You better watch the trailer first. Oh no, see it for yourself. I'm surprised, like, Dawn dish soap or Palmolive or anybody that, I'm surprised they didn't sponsor this one, because somebody needed to be sponsored. Unless they got, cheap dish soap from a discount store. I don't know if they had any Dollar Trees. They probably didn't. Not back in the 70s. I don't think so. But you need to tell me Detroit, of all people, the Motor City, took place in a mansion? Took place in Detroit? Really? Watch this movie. I don't even recommend you owning this movie because this would not be in my collection. If I wanted to laugh, if you want to laugh, watch this movie. Deathbed. The Bed That Eats. Go see it for yourself.